Hello, webheads, and welcome to another episode of Spidey Tours, where I, Spiderman, show you around the amazing and spectacular New York City. Today, we're visiting one of my favorite places in the city, Central Park. Central Park is the green heart of the city, and it's bigger than some countries. Seriously, it's bigger than Monaco. Now, that's a lot of grass to mow. Anyway, I know it rhymes, but let's move on. It's just a lot of grass. Imagine a country's worth of grass to mow. All right, back to it. Central Park is also the most visited urban park in the US, with 42 million visitors per year. That's a lot of people to web sling by. And Central Park has a lot of history, wildlife, and attractions, and I'm going to show you some of them today. So let's go. And here we have the wonderful Bethesda Fountain, one of the most iconic sites in Central Park. It was built in 1873 and it represents the angel of healing from the Gospel of John. It's also been featured in a lot of movies and TV shows like Home Alone 2, one of my favorites, Enchanted, and Friends. And for our next stop, we have the wonderful Naumburg Bandschall, a beautiful, elegant structure that hosts free classical concerts every Saturday. It was built in 1923 as a gift from banker Alken Naumburg, and it has been the site of many important events, such as the speech of Martin Luther King Jr. and a eulogy for John Lennon. It's also been featured in a lot of movies and TV shows like The Muppets Take Manhattan, Gossip Girl, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Next, we have Belvedere Castle, a beautiful and spooky building that looks like it came out of a fairy tale. It was built in 1869 as a lookout tower and it has a great view of the park and the city. It also has a weather station and a nature center where you can learn more about the park's flora and fauna. Next up, we have the Sheep Meadow, a huge green lawn where you can chill and soak up some rays. This place used to be the grazing area of sheep, hence the name. But they were removed in 1934 because they were damaging the grass and attracting wolves. Yeah, wolves in New York City. Crazy, right? Now, this place is used for all kinds of events like picnics, concerts, and protests. Sometimes I like to join in the fun when I'm not too busy saving the world. But yeah, sometimes you need to be careful. There's a lot of stuff happening here. And for our grand finale, we have the Obelisk, also known as Cleopatra's Needle, the oldest outdoor monument in New York City and the oldest man made object in Central Park. This thing is over 3,400 years old and it was created in Egypt by Pharaoh Thutmose III. It has some cool hieroglyphs on it which tell the story of his military victories. It was later moved from Alexandria by the Romans and then to New York by the Americans in the 19th century. It was a huge and complicated operation and it took over a year to transport it here. It was a gift from the Egyptian government to celebrate the opening of the Suez Canal. Well, webheads, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Spidey Tours, where I showed you some of the amazing and spectacular sights of Central Park. Central Park is a wonderful place, and there's a lot more to see and do here, so I encourage you to explore it on your own and discover its secrets and wonders. Just be careful and don't get into trouble, and if you do, don't worry, I'll be there to help you out, because I'm the Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood hero, and I love this city and its people. And I love you too, webheads. You're the best fans ever, and I appreciate your support and feedback. So please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this episode and what you want to see next. I'm always open to new suggestions, and I want to make this series as fun and informative as possible. So don't be shy and share your thoughts with me. I'll read them all, and I'll reply to some of them in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, stay awesome, and stay tuned. Bye, webheads, and see you soon.